What's up, everybody? This is Lyle with Don't Hit Me Barbecue, and what I'm going to be doing today is going to be some fried chicken wings. And what I wanted to do, not only for myself, but there are some people out there that are on the fence between buying an Actifry and not buying an Actifry. So what I want to do is kind of compare the difference between fried chicken wings in the Actifry and fried chicken wings in just my regular Dutch oven the way I normally do it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get these wings. I'm going to kind of rinse them off real quick, let them kind of dry, not all the way, and then we'll get cooking. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get to breading these using our Hooters wing breading. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw the entire package in this. Just pour it in here. Now we're going to go ahead and just add some wings. I'm probably going to do this in a couple batches. I just don't see how it's going to work out the way I wanted to, doing it all in one batch. Now we're just going to go ahead and shake it. Alright, so we're going to get our sheet pan, and this is going to go in the refrigerator for 15 to 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let it go 30 minutes. These chicken wings have been in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, and I do want to say I also have drums as well as the flats, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the Actifry and put these in. I do have the paddle in my Actifry, and we're going to kind of see how this works. So I'm going to put as many in here as I can, trying to alternate between the flats and the drumsticks. I'm going to use exactly 1 tablespoon of oil, and I'm going to just kind of drizzle it over, and we're going to go ahead and get this rolling. Fryer, let's go ahead and drop these chicken wings in our fryer. And just like the last batch, I'm going to try to incorporate flats and drumsticks. I'm going to try to talk loud because I have the Actifry going on one side, I got the fryer going back here. But one thing I do not like is the Hooter wing sauce. To me, that is not a good sauce. I don't know why. Personal preference. Anyway, the sauce we're going to make is pretty basic. What we're going to do is start off with a little sriracha. Then we're going to come over it with some regular basic mustard. And we're going to go back over that with some honey. So basically I want this to be a honey hot wing sauce. This is going to be our sauce instead of the Hooters wing sauce. So it seems like these fried wings are actually almost about to be done. Looking at them, I'm going to throw this in the refrigerator, and we'll pick it up once these wings are done. We're going to compare the ease of cooking these and what's better, the Actifry or frying them. One thing that you have to take in consideration is there is going to be some grease that is going to come off of this. Unless you have an enclosed fryer, that's one thing that you need to take into account. Also, I used about 15 ounces of oil just to get this going. So we're going to have to deal with this oil when this is done. Anyway, I did just want to bring that up. Chicken wings are just about done. They went on within about a minute of each other. So let's take a look and see how these are looking. So those, I'm going to assume, are probably going to take about another 15-20 minutes to even get close to done. The other ones in the fryer are just about done. These chicken wings look good to me. It looks like the ones in the Actifry probably have another 15 minutes to go or so. I'm going to go ahead and set these off on my broiler pan just to drain some of that grease off. And these are nice and crispy. Look at these wings right now. They've taken probably about 2.5 times longer than the other ones, and they do look like they're done. I'm going to set these off to the other side to make sure I separate them. It looks like some of that breading came off. So I'm going to go ahead and set these off to the side. Now for this next batch, I have probably about 10 more wings. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to not use this paddle for the next batch just to see how that turns out, because it looks like, I'm not sure if you can see that in there, but it looks like a bunch of the breading kind of fell off. Try this batch without the paddle in it. So we're just going to, this area over here seems to get a little bit hotter, so we're just going to kind of work around that area. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to go with a little bit of oil on each one. Just eyeballing that. Anyway, let's get this started. Look at what these are looking like without the paddle in it. Now, they already look like they're looking a little bit better. None of the breading is coming off. So, I can tell you right now that if you plan on cooking chicken wings in the Actifry, do not put the paddle in there. I did a video on chicken wings in the Actifry a while back. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link to that video in the iCard above in the description below, just so you can kind of see what those look like. But yeah, definitely without the paddle. Based on my timer, this should be about ready. And it looks like they are. Now, one thing I can tell you is that the difference between this and the one with the paddle is these wings kind of almost form like a little, like layer of fat for the chicken to kind of fry in. So this is much better without the paddle. And I'm going to say, actually the other ones don't look bad either, and we'll take a look at those in a minute, but these definitely have a little bit more of an even coating on it than the one with the paddle. But let's kind of take a look at all three of these. So these right here, these are the ones I just took out. These were the ones that had the paddle, so they still actually look pretty good. The crust, or the, it's just not as uniform. And these are the ones that I fried in the deep fryer, and those are probably the most uniform of all of them. Anyway, why don't we take a taste test, see what's up, and then I'll kind of give you my thoughts on frying versus the Actifry. Done deal. He does not know which one is which. So it's time for us to get in and see if there's a big difference between either of these chicken wings. Go ahead and take the one on the left. Now, see if the one on the right is any different than the one on the left. In my opinion, the one that was deep fried does have a little bit of a better texture. I did do a taste test with the ones that I put in the Actifry without the paddle. But either way, there's give and takes to both of them. In my opinion, the Actifry ones took about 3 times longer. So I'm going to say, all things considered, the regular fried ones are a slight notch ahead if you factor in time, cleanup, and taste, but it's not that far ahead. I still do like this Actifry. Anyway, this is a new taste tester right here. This is my nephew, and his name is Sean, but I'm just going to call him Thinzel Washington since he's a little slender. Anyway, thanks for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.